Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Sri Sadguru Paramatmane Namaha. Sarva Maharshibhyo Namaha. The Lord commands that work prescribed by the Shastras should be performed. 8th Sloka. Niyatam kuru karmatvam karmajayo hyakarmanaha sharira yatrapi chate na prasiddheda karmanaha. Substance. Doing the work prescribed by the Shastras is superior to inaction. By inaction, even maintenance of the body for you would not be possible. Commentary. Do the work prescribed by the Shastras means this is the Lord's direct answer to Arjuna's appeal. Tell me decisively one path. Tadekam vadanishchityaha. The work prescribed by the Shastras should be performed. By it, the mind becomes purified and the self is realized in the end. Nothing comes from inaction. Work certainly is superior to inaction. By inaction, even bodily existence is impossible. The Lord commands Arjuna to be up and active in the performance of his duty. It is befitting the universality of the Gita to give to this word karma a larger interpretation than more performance of ritual. Man is continuously acting in various fields of personal, social, and national life. He is at work in the house, in the office or factory, in the cooperation endeavor of national projects. All this is karma. The Lord's observation that even physical existence becomes impossible by inaction should be understood as a call to the nation to work and work hard for his own and universal benefit. The world today needs men capable of and dedicated to work. Each one in his own field has to do work and more work as much as possible for him to do. Question. What is superior and work or inaction? Answer. Work is superior. Question. What type of work? Answer. Work prescribed by the Shastras. Question. What harm would be caused by inaction? Answer. Without work, the mind cannot be purified and self-realization is not possible. Even physical existence becomes impossible by inaction. The way to release oneself from the bondage of karma is pointed out. 9th Sloka. Yagnartat karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha tadartam karma kaunteya mukta sangaha samachara. Substance. O Arjuna, work other than those performed for the sake of sacrifice, yajna, binds this world. So perform work for sacrifice without attachment. Commentary. The teacher of the Gita gives new interpretations to familiarize terms like yajna, sannyasa, tyaga, etc. Ordinarily, yajna means a certain form of ritual accompanied with the sacred fire, oblations, mantras and tantras. The Lord defines the word as an act performed with no selfish motive for the service of humanity. Whatever may be the scope of the work, great or small, if it is done as an act of dedication to God and service to beings, it becomes a yajna. This is within the capacity of all men to perform and acquire merit. Generally, it is a mistaken view to think that karma binds men to samsara, and even if it is good work, man has to be born again and again to enjoy the fruits of such karma. They argue that karmas should be given up. But the Lord clears this misconception. When karma is done with the desire of enjoying its fruits, its binds man to the wheel of birth and death. What is done without desire and attachment cannot bind man. On the other hand, it purifies the mind and heart and leads to ultimate freedom. Work done with attachment binds. The same work performed without attachment liberates. Work performed as dedicated to God or as service to mankind liberates. So, there is nothing evil in work as such. The evil lies in the personal motive behind it, the desire for reward and enjoyment. The Lord exhorts Arjuna to work intensively, samachara, but he wants his disciple to understand the principle behind work. One should understand it correctly and go into action. Otherwise, he is caught in the meshes of karma. The law of work is thus explained here. Yajna should be done as an act of dedication to God and as service to humanity. Yajna should be done without any attachment for the fruits thereof. Work done in this spirit, though it is of a common quality, is transformed into a great yajna. Work then becomes worthier. It purifies and liberates. Question: what kind of karma does not bind? Answer: work dedicated to God and humanity and performed without desire for its fruits does not cause bondage. The miraculous power of yajna is stated. 10th sloka. Saha yajnaha prajah sruštva purovacha prajapatihi anena prasavishyadvam eshavo astvishtakamαδhuk. Substance. Having created mankind together with Yajna in the beginning, Brahma, the creator, said, "By this shall you propagate, it shall be to you the milk cow of desires, the wish-fulfilling heavenly cow, Kamadhenu." Commentary. The moment when mankind was created, that very moment the ways and means for their prosperity and freedom were also brought into the world. The Lord's mercy is infinite. He knew that man would plunge into all kinds of action and get himself caught in the wheel of samsara and suffer pain and sorrow endlessly. So, along with man, the Creator introduced into the world several types of yajnas which would help mankind in their journey through life to final perfection. Yajna means an act of dedication to God or service to humanity or meditation on God, the supreme reality. Milk cow of desires. The yajna is said to yield all good things that man needs in his journey through life. Man needs above everything else the removal of sorrow and the attainment of peace. They can be achieved by performing yajna. Therefore, it is compared to the wish-fulfilling Kamadhenu of heaven. Not only the spiritual welfare of mankind, but also their material prosperity is answered by the performance of yajna. Question: what did Brahma create along with mankind? Answer: yajna, good and godly works. Question: what is its use? Answer: it helps the spiritual growth of man, and like the Kamadhenu, it confers all the good things of life here and hereafter. 11th sloka. Devan bhavayatanena te deva bhavayantu vaha parasparam bhavayantaha shreyah paramavapsyatha. Substance. Nourish the gods with yajna and they shall nourish you, and thus nourishing one another, both men and gods, you shall attain the highest good. Commentary. It is the Supreme Lord who appears in the form of different gods, shining ones, embodying the multifarious powers of the One, ruler of the universe. So, whomsoever one worships without desiring for any material benefits, he is liberated by the mercy of the Supreme Being. Highest good means in the world there are many things good and enjoyable, like wealth, children, popularity, prosperity, etc. Of all these, the highest good, namely, liberation is attained by the worship of the Supreme Being, by the worship of the truth, which is covered up the inscrutable power of Maya. Man's effort and God's grace are both necessary for liberation. Even in the common affairs of life, man who links himself with the Lord finds protection from dangers in the daily turmoil of life and obtains all around prosperity. Better it is to depend on the Lord than on ordinary mortals who are subject to all the ills of life. They may help or not help according to their self interest. In any way, such contact with mortal benefactors comes to an end with death. The contact with the Lord continues forever, and if man's devotion is intense enough, he is liberated even in this birth. Question: how can man attain highest good? Answer: man attains the highest good by desireless performance of yajna.